Welcome to the treasure trove of folk tales, a magical collection of stories that have inspired generations. Embark on a mythical journey with heroes, fairies, and enchanting creatures, opening the door to a world of imagination and emotion.
The story of Abu Hassan and Beca and the concubine of King Khalid. That night, under the silver moonlight, filtering through the gilded windows of the palace, Shahrazada began a new story. Her voice was soft, deep, like the sound of an oud humming in the quiet night. Her deep black eyes, as if woven into a dreamy curtain, concealed the harshness of time. "Your Majesty," she said, "tonight I will tell you the story of a strange man, Abu Hassan and Beca, and his complicated relationship with the beautiful concubine of King Khalid. It is a story of adventure, passionate, but also full of danger and surprise, making many hearts flutter." And so the story began. In the splendid Baghdad, where the domes were inlaid with jade, and the crowded markets filled with the scent of incense, there lived a young man, named Abu Hassan Beca. He was the son of a once wealthy family, but his fortune was ruined after a series of unfortunate events. However, Abu Hassan was not like other unfortunate people. He still retained his gallant appearance, eyes as bright as the stars at night, a tall, strong figure, and a smile that made the young women in the neighborhood shyly turn away. Although poor, he was generous, loved to make friends, loved to party, loved to recite poetry and sing. During the festive nights, Abu Hassan often stood on the balcony, reciting verses. "Life is sometimes as short as a breath, so why don't we enjoy the wine?" Those verses spread throughout Baghdad, causing him to be both blamed by the elderly for being dissolute and praised by the young as a symbol of freedom. One afternoon, when the red sunlight dyed the Tigris River yellow, Abu Hassan and his friends were partying on a small boat. The sound of music, laughter, mixed with the sound of waves on the poetic river. Suddenly, from afar, appeared a large fleet of boats, covered with purple silk curtains, with soldiers, strictly escorted. Just a glance, everyone knew it was a boat of the nobility. Abu Hassan, who was curious by nature, followed with his eyes. Then suddenly, from the gap of the silk curtain, a beautiful face appeared. It was the beloved concubine of King Khalid, the woman whose beauty was whispered about throughout Baghdad, as splendid as a rose in the morning. Her eyes, as black as the desert night, glanced at Abu Hassan's boat. In that brief moment, their eyes met. A strange electric current passed through both of their hearts. She quickly pulled down the curtains. But it was too late. The seed of fate had been sown. From that day on, Abu Hassan was like a lost soul. He stopped drinking, stopped reciting poetry, only knew how to miss and daydream. Friends teased, "Our Abu Hassan, has he fallen in love?" He smiled faintly, but in his heart, he knew clearly that this feeling was dangerous. King Khalid's beloved concubine was not only the wife of a powerful man, but also strictly guarded in the palace. However, fate had arranged it. A few days later, while walking in the garden near the palace, Abu Hassan accidentally heard a distant, singing sound. He followed it and realized that it was her, King Khalid's beloved concubine. She looked at him without saying a word, but in those eyes, a secret fire shone. And that night, under the shade of the orange trees, emitting a sweet scent, they exchanged their first whispers. From then on, every time the night fell, King Khalid's beloved concubine would find a way to sneak out to the secret garden where Abu Hassan waited for her, and the two of them would share passionate moments together. They whispered their dreams, to lead the chains of power, to find a faraway land where only love rules. But Baghdad was not a place for dreams. King Khalid's eyes were everywhere. A loyal eunuch, suspicious, began to follow. Footsteps in the dark, eyes flashing behind bushes, all signaled that a storm of life was about to strike. One night, when Abu Hassan and she were sitting by the lake, suddenly King Khalid's soldiers arrived. Torches were blazing, people were shouting loudly. The concubine panicked. Abu Hassan immediately told her to run. They crossed the corridors, rushed into small alleys, and then tried to find a way out of the palace. The sound of swords clashing, the shouts of pursuit, echoed throughout the night. Blood was spilled. Many of Abu Hassan's friends were injured while helping him escape. Finally, the two ran to the riverbank, jumped into a small boat. In panic, Abu Hassan rowed with all his might, out into the middle of the vast Tigris. The flame of love now turned into a flame, led to life and death. Escaping Baghdad, Abu Hassan and King Khalid's beloved concubine drifted to a strange land, the Basra region, where the bustling port. Merchant ships from India, Persia, Arabia anchored, there. They lived rare days of freedom. Abu Hassan worked for merchants, and she hid her identity under a quiet veil. But that secret love also brought with it insecurities. Every time there was a shadow of soldiers or merchants from Baghdad, she trembled. Because King Khalid certainly did not ignore the loss of his beloved concubine. Indeed, King Khalid sent people to search everywhere, and a traitor betrayed them. In one stormy night, when Abu Hassan, just returning from war, discovered their small house, a tragic tragedy was taking place. The scream of his concubine rang out, then stopped. Abu Hassan rushed in, but was surrounded by dozens of soldiers. He fought like a lion, his sword flashing, blood splattered red on the ground. But finally, a fatal blow made him fall. Before losing consciousness, Abu Hassan only had time to see his concubine being dragged away, her face covered in tears of despair. People thought Abu Hassan was dead, but fate did not want to close the page of his life. A group of traveling monks, who happened to pass by, saved him from the scythe of death. When he woke up, Abu Hassan swore, "I will not rest until I take her back from Khalid's hands." Thus, the journey of revenge began. He joined the caravans, pretended to be a slave, even mixed in with the mercenaries, just to find his way back to the capital, Baghdad. Many times he almost died, because of evil schemes, betrayed, harmed, pushed into the dry desert. But the will of love kept him alive. Finally, Abu Hassan returned to Baghdad, sneaked into Khalid's palace. That night, the moon was as dim as blood. Dark clouds covered the sky. He hid himself in the dungeon, then slowly approached where his beloved concubine was held. Meeting her again, both burst into tears. She was haggard, but her eyes were still bright, sparkling with love. When the guards fell asleep, Abu Hassan unlocked the door, led her away. But fate once again tested them. King Khalid knew in advance, and was waiting. The sound of swords clashed loudly. Abu Hassan faced Khalid in a deadly battle. The steel glinted, blood splattered red all over the palace. Finally, King Khalid fell, his eyes still filled with hatred. Abu Hassan supported his concubine. Both of them left behind. The capital of Baghdad was on fire. They left. No one knew where they went. Some said they lived in seclusion in a garden full of roses. Others said they were taken by the gods to a faraway place. A place where there was only dark day and night. Only the verses that Abu Hassan left behind were passed down by people. Even if swords and spears part, my heart will still belong to you until the end of this world. When Shahrazad stopped speaking, King Shahryar, as if still seeing the shadow of Abu Hassan and his concubine Khalid, gradually sank into the darkness of the mysterious and magical world. She smiled gently, "But your majesty, the story of Abu Hassan Ali Ep Beca and the beloved concubine of King Khalid, here is the end for now. But, if you wish to go further, into distant, magical lands, I will present you with the next story. The story of the first old man and the doe. The story not only has love, but also the miracle of evil and goodness, strange transformations, secrets beyond human imagination, where the secrets of fate will gradually reveal themselves before your eyes."
The tale has come to an end, yet the magic of these legends lives on in your heart. Keep dreaming and spreading the wonder.